What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Straight Betting. It's about 2:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock. I don't even know. It's late as hell where I'm at on the East Coast. But the reason why I'm up right now is that, man, I might have just had like peak dopamine as a better slash NBA fan tonight because, first of all, guys, I went 5-0. I think 3-0 on the show because Cat got ruled out, which is great. But I won two props, not in overtime, but in double overtime. So extremely lucky. Mike Conley, Jaden McDaniels dropped absolute stinkers, but make a couple plays in overtime to get us to 5-0. On top of that, though, on stream, me, JJ, Dr. Profit, we made like two parlays. One of them was a 2,500, I believe, plus 2,500, and that got home in double overtime as well. I think it was like $20 to win $500 or something like that, man. I'm happy as hell. But on top of that, guys, if you didn't know, I'm from Minnesota. I'm a Wolves fan for life, and we just swept the Nuggets once again, man. Like, we own the Nuggets. We won in double overtime. Russell Westbrook, dumbass play, dumbass foul. Oh, my goodness, man. Like, I am just on cloud nine. I'm tired as hell, but yeah. Guys, I'm pretty anti-opening line betting, to be honest. I think it's super bad for account health, and, in the States, these accounts are valuable, right? So, yeah, I only really like to bet them on a couple specific books, but I'm doing it because, look, man, I was going to go to bed at 2 or 3 regardless, just overstimulated as hell from tonight. Like I said, all this stuff just happened, was not going to bed. So I'm like, might as well get some plays in, record a video, and I can sleep in a little bit instead of going to bed at 3, waking up at 7 or something like that. Anyways, guys, first official play, I'm going with Jaylen Brown over 28.5 PRA. Look, this is -105, -110, -113. A lot of good prices on this Jaylen Brown prop right now. And guys, so looking at the injury report, right, Kristaps Porzingis is questionable, Al Horford's doubtful, so he's not going to play. Drew Holiday's questionable. This isn't like the front end of a back-to-back or anything, so they're not just like listing people for no reason. Usually when they list these guys as questionable, they don't end up playing. So look, I have a pretty good hunch that, Kristaps is going to sit. Drew's probably going to sit too. Anyways, guys, let's just go to games with Jason Tatum first of all, right? Games with Jason Tatum, I mean, he's over in 37 out of 53 games. He's close to a 70% hit rate. If we take off Kristaps Porzingis, like I said, guys, I really don't see Kristaps playing if he's questionable right now. You do games of Tatum without Kristaps, I mean, now you're getting up to an 80.8% hit rate, 35.7 PRA average. Look, guys, 28.5 line. We'll say this line probably is low because of some recent, low minute games. He got hurt against the Nets, and then he's had 3 games back. Played against the Kings. It was a blowout. I know they only won by 18, but he sat the whole fourth quarter. Against the Suns, he played 28 minutes through 3 quarters, right? That's pretty encouraging. Also was a blowout. And then the Spurs, he played 30 minutes, and I believe that game was close. He only had 16 first half minutes. So, look, they were clearly managing him a little bit. He didn't play Monday. Look, I think he's going to be at full strength. If not, maybe you project him for like 2 minutes less than normal or something, but look, man, he's had a ton of rest. I know Jaylen Brown was doing Ramadan, right? So he was like not eating, not drinking. Maybe that had something to do with, wanting to conserve his energy, not playing as many minutes, along with a little knee issue. But it's been a lot of time, man. I really just don't see the knee issue giving him much minute restriction at this point. They played one game against the Heat, guys. JB, he had a 40 bomb against them. Oh, not a 40 bomb, a 40 PRA bomb. One thing about the Heat, too, guys, is that they're usually pretty aggressive against like top options. So I would think that, Tatum sees some decently difficult schemes, but Jaylen Brown, I don't know, man. As a second option, I don't think it's going to be too tough here. I'm willing to buy low on Jaylen Brown at 28.5 PRA. It's a line he's crushed all year. And like I said, I have a pretty good hunch that Kristaps Porzingis is not going to play. So let's roll Jaylen Brown over 28.5 PRA. It feels like a pretty good look. Before I give up play number 2, guys, make sure to drop a like and sub to the channel if you get any sort of value from these videos. It's very, very greatly appreciated on my end. All right, guys, second play of the day. I'm going with James Harden over 7.5 assists, -113 at FanDuel. Look, guys, it's only available at 2 books at the time of post. Look, I'm sure this line's going to get bumped. Honestly, this feels like an absolutely terrible line. And, that's the whole point of betting openers, right? It's because a lot of these lines just sometimes get dropped, and they'll randomly drop some terrible ones. But this one feels like one of them. So we can go with Norman, Kawhi, and Zubac. And he's been under in a few recently. But overall, guys, I mean, he's over in 18 out of 22 games. He's averaging 9.7 assists. He just had, only 5 assists against Orlando. That's a really tough matchup for assists because they really don't, they just switch everything. And I think that they definitely allow the fewest assists on the year, if I'm not mistaken. But, we could go to another little filter here, opponent assists allowed. Maybe we can take out some of the tougher matchups. Bottom half of the league. If you do bottom half of the league, now it's up to 10.6 assists with Norm, Kawhi, and Zoo. Pelicans on the year, guys, they allow the 4th most assists. I mean, Pelicans are just a terrible defense, guys. They really don't have anyone. They're a tanking team. James Harden has a good rotation, right? James Harden plays the full 12 minutes of the first quarter, comes back for 6, full 12 minutes. So basically 30 minutes is like his absolute ceiling. So there's a ton of massive spreads on this slate. There's a massive spread on this good one, right? Clippers are 18-point favorites, but his absolute floor in minutes is pretty close to 30. So I feel fine letting this one rip. I don't really know what else to say, guys. 2 plays, they feel pretty solid, especially that Harden one, man. 7.5 assists against a really poor opponent. Feels like a pretty good look, but like I said, guys, I apologize for doing this video betting openers. Like I said, I am very anti betting openers. I think it's terrible for account health, but I'm pro my mental health, and my mental health is not going to be good if I went to bed at 3 a.m., woke up at 7 a.m. So yeah, guys, like I said, apologies for the time of posting and stuff. And by the time you see this video, the lines might be gone, and that's not the point of this. But hopefully you gain something from this video, and hopefully the lines are still there. I'd probably play hard until -130, -145-ish. And if 12.5 rebounds and assists is still there by the time you're seeing this video, definitely lock that in too. I was very close to playing that. Jaylen Brown, on the other hand, I'd probably play him, up to 29.5, because you are kind of taking a little risk on that. Maybe he's still on a minute restriction, like a slight one. I doubt it. Kind of taking on a risk because Kristaps and all that. Like I said, I really don't think Kristaps plays, and I think that even if he does, he still has a pretty good chance going over. But yeah, fully app, guys. All right, I need to go to bed. Thank you guys though for watching, and hopefully you guys have a great day.